One critical component of being a good ball striker is being able to square the face at impact and hit the ball on the middle of the club face. The thing about lag shot is there's a lot of torque. It's very twisty. And so if you don't hit the middle of the face, let's say the ball connects with the toe or heel, you're going to get a very much twisting sensation at the bottom, and the ball is probably going to go sideways. Now you might see that that is frustrating, but I tell you that it's good feedback. It's going to really hold you accountable for making better contact on the face, which means when you get your real club in your hands, it's going to be even easier to execute this. The other key component to avoid that twisting at the bottom is to have a square face, meaning the leading edge at impact is perpendicular to your target line and not open or closed. So how can we do that? Well, what I want you to understand is when we come down into impact, if we actually have this lag angle developing, sometimes we leave the face open unintentionally. As we come down with lag, you have to coordinate this angle that's created here between the wrist, the club, and the club head, and also make sure that we are doing the right things with our hands and wrists to bring the club face back to square. How do you do that? I want you to do this for me. I want you to hold the club out in front of you like this with your left palm kind of facing back up into space, okay? And then what I want you to do is turn at standing height around your body and then come back to the middle and realize, what do you have to do with your lead hand and even your trail hand to square the face so you arrive back at this middle position where the leading edge is straight up in the air like that. You wouldn't want to come back and slice into that moment because the face is not pointing towards our target. So what do you have to do from this position to here to square the face? If you can get this feeling of going from around your body to out in front of your body and squaring the face, that's a huge piece of the puzzle to better square the face and not interrupt that lag angle. You want to have the best of both worlds, lagging the club but also squaring the face. If you miss one, you could still hit the ball off to the side or possibly hit the ground behind the ball, above the ball, you might miss the ball, etc. So let's do a few L swings with our lag shot lady 7-iron. We're going to go back and try to hit this position where we're in full lag. This is an L position because the shape of my arm and the club make a capital letter L. And from here I'm going to come down and just rehearse what it's like to go from this position to a square position. You can see how I'm opening my body also a little bit. I'm not standing there and only doing this with my hands. I have some rotation of my body and weight shift leading my arms down, but I am arriving at the golf ball and the face looks square. This is a really great thing to do, just slow motion rehearsals, get your mind around it in golf posture. Obviously we're not up here anymore doing it, we're down here. So here's my L position and then I'm rotating to my target. I'm unwinding that L and arriving to the golf ball here with a square face. So I'm going to go through that now with a follow through. So I go L and then straight through. And you can see I'm almost arrived at another reverse L on this side, which means I have straightened everything out and then re-hinged the club. This is a key component of what we call a well-timed release. If I come through and I'm holding that lag, likely I'm not going to square the face up and I'm not releasing any of that speed or power. We want to get that whip through the ball, but at the right time. That is kind of the magic sauce of hitting a straighter, farther, solid golf shot. So let's see if you can work on these L swings, delivering the club with a square face. What's going to give you the feedback to know if you're doing it right? Well, the ball should go straight and hopefully you'll avoid the heel and toe contact along the way. But don't be surprised if you get a couple off-center ones and some, solid, not solid shots, because it's going to happen in the process of learning how to hit your lag shot lady. You have to be patient, you have to stick with it a little bit and get over the hump of just the learning curve of what it is to time up this club. It's an exaggerated feel, something you're not used to, but it is going to teach you some really valuable lessons if you can just stick with it. So hang in there, keep practicing those L swings, and we're moving on to the next video.